Hi guys. So if you hadn't heard, but I'm sure you've heard by this particular point now, that Marvel removed Blade from its movie slate. And if you're a big Marvel fan or even a Blade fan, this is not good news. So much so that, I mean, we've been talking about this for quite some time. There was a video that Manny just had released prior to, where he talked about the state of where the Blade movie was and if this movie was actually going to come out. I was on the side of this movie was never ever going to come out because of how long we've been waiting for it. I think it's roughly about 5 years since this movie's been announced. This movie's up there with the New Mutants and the Flash, where like they've been prolonged for so long that it was just a joke that this movie was never going to come out. But at least they released. New Mutants actually got released and the Flash actually got released. This film just got erased from Marvel slate. Like they just given up on it, which is very, very sad since Marvel, not specifically Marvel Studios, but Marvel has put out 3 other Blade movies. They're all under New Line before you guys light me up in the comments. Yes, I know. But those films came out with no problem. This is a big property that it should be easy to make a vampire film, especially one that stars Blade. If they can make stuff or properties or any type of thing about characters that we really don't give a crap about it, why can't they do this particular one with Blade? I watched an Echo TV series. I watched the Marvels. Look, they even did a Werewolf by Night, and I didn't know any of the characters in that particular one except for Man-Thing, and that's very, very sad that I've seen more of Man-Thing from the Marvel Studio universe than I've seen of actual Blade. That's just crazy to me. So much so that, I mean, it really makes me wonder what is so hard about doing a specific vampire film. I looked it up for 2024. They have 4 films releasing that are vampire films. I think it was like Sunrise released in January, and then there was Abigail, which actually is an underrated movie. You should see Abigail. And then Salem's Lot just released, which is a remake. I will give you that. So you're just like, hey, they have some. I mean, basically they're just kind of redoing the same stuff, but just with better updated cinematography. I get that, but who says they can't do that with Blade? Hell, there's a movie called Nosferatu that's releasing not next month, but in December for Christmas. They can get a vampire movie out in Christmas, but we can't get a Blade movie out in 5 years? That's crazy. Even thinking about, like, look, they just brought Robert Downey Jr. to come back as Doom. Michael B. Jordan is releasing a film with Ryan Coogler about a period piece about vampires. You could have brought Michael B. Jordan back and Ryan Coogler and just say, hey, you know what? He is now the new Blade going forward, and you know Ryan Coogler would have wrote a script faster than what's going on with this particular script. And I know there have been multiple scripts floating around, and I know partially Mahershala Ali is kind of what's been holding this up because he hasn't been happy with the scripts. Either Blade doesn't have enough screen time, or he doesn't like the overall story of the movie itself, which I get. I want it to be good, but I don't want to wait till I'm 50 in order to see this particular movie. Hell, Mahershala Ali's not getting any younger. That dude's already hitting 50. And I don't want my Blade to be worrying about breaking a hip doing action scenes, or that they have to get a stuntman to do all the scenes. That was one of the great things about Wesley Snipes doing the film. He did his own scenes. He was a martial artist. Give me somebody who can carry that physical presence. And yes, I know you guys are going to say Keanu Reeves is old and he does John Wick, but even John Wick doesn't have a lot of movements that he does. It's basically like, stab with a pencil, shot in the head. There's not a lot to do this. Blade is basically a karate film in a sense, or a martial arts film in a sense that also kills vampires. I like my Blade to be someone who actually, I feel like he can do the role. So I kind of wish they went Michael B. Jordan, but I'm not upset with Mahershala Ali. It's just, damn it, man, the time span on him is very, very short. We're going to end up getting one movie, and that's going to be really it, because he's going to be 60 and not being able to do any more of these movies, or he's going to be like, I don't want to do this genre anymore. Now, with that being said, there is some good news out of this, is that they've been looking to do a Midnight Suns kind of crossover film where they're going to bring out all the people from Werewolf by Night. They're going to bring in Moon Knight and Blade. This seems like it's going to be moved forward, which I don't understand how this is going to move forward before Blade, but oh well. It looks like this is going to move forward, and they're just going to introduce Blade in that particular film, which means that they're probably going to drop redoing an origin story for Blade, and it no longer will be a period piece, because some of the old scripts they were talking about doing a period piece. By the way, Michael B. Jordan one is a period piece, so it looks like Ryan Coogler could have done this film already for you. But either way, They're gonna probably drop the period piece aspect of it because they're gonna introduce Moon Knight and the Werewolf by Night character, so it looks like it's gonna be now modern day. Hopefully, we get Blade out that way, and it can actually push forward him actually having a solo film, or we just go ahead and roll this over into just moving on to the daughter of Blade. And I get that. I'd be okay with that, especially if we're going to talk about how Mahershala Ali and Wesley Snipes are too old to be continuing on as Blade. And I'm not on board, like Ryan Reynolds says, of giving him a send-off movie. My only way to give him a send-off movie is if we're transitioning over to the daughter of Blade. I would be okay with that. But to give him his own send-off movie, I'm done with it. I would rather you just do the new Blade, whoever that may be, and just say that Wesley Snipes is just Whistler in this particular film. I would be happy about that. The Deadpool movie was a good enough send-off for me with Blade, and I'll continue on. Now, that was one of my epic rants, guys. I'm sorry, I felt like it went on for too long. If you guys have any updates on it that I didn't quite get for the cancellation of Blade or him actually appearing in the Midnight Suns, first, go ahead and put them in the comments below. If you have your thoughts about it, make sure you list them in the comments below. If this is the first time you're on the channel, make sure you subscribe as well as click the notification button so that way you're aware of all the other videos that we do on the channel. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a deep breath and drink a glass of water. You guys take care.
Wait, guys, are you still here? I'm glad you're still here. All right, so if you look down, I mean, it's somewhere over here. Look down. We actually have a Patreon. So if you guys watch the show and you really like what we want to do and you want to help support the show and you want to help me get an editor so I can get to sleep at night because I'm really tired and you guys see all my mistakes in the episodes. So please go to patreon.com/thegoods. Give us a penny, give us a nickel, give us $1.
Just don't give us the finger.
Don't do that. But make sure you do donate something because we do have some giveaways. There's posters, there's t-shirts. There's,
I'll sign something for you.
Exactly. So take a look, guys, and help us out. We appreciate it.